You awaken to the taste of dust. It coats your tongue and grinds in your teeth. A high-pitched whine rings in your ears. It is the only sound in a world gone silent. Your apartment is gone. Walls are shattered into jagged teeth. The ceiling has become a new, much closer sky of tangled wires. You push a slab of wall material off your chest. Your muscles scream in protest. Smoke stings your eyes. It makes the world a blurry, gray nightmare. You remember a flash of brilliant white light, a sound like the sky tearing apart, and a scream, one that was cut short. Your mind struggles to catch up. They came for you. You were the target. The message had been clear. A threat from an unknown source. A promise of erasure. Kyle, your guardian and friend, had prepared you for this. He just had not prepared you for failure. Then you see him, across the room, lying in a halo of shattered glass. Kyle. He is unnervingly still. He wore your coat. He had been standing right where you should have been. A simple act of kindness, fetching you a drink from the kitchen. It had cost him his life. They mistook him for you. A single chilling image burns through the fog in your head. A face. It was not a face at all. It was a chrome mirror, reflecting your own terror back at you. The clone assassin was a ghost of chrome and quiet violence. It moved faster than thought. It struck with perfect precision. And yet, it had made a mistake. The assassin thought its work was done. It vanished as quickly as it appeared, leaving you in the ruins of your life. You are alive because of a tragic, impossible error. You are alive because your friend died in your place. The guilt is a cold stone in your gut, a weight heavier than any rubble. You have to move. Grief is a luxury you cannot afford. You crawl across the debris toward Kale. The silence of the room is a monument to his absence. He always had a plan. He was a man made of contingency plans. For when the sky falls, he used to say with a grim smile. Well, the sky has fallen. It is lying in pieces all around you. You search his pockets gently. His security slate is shattered. His wallet is useless. There is nothing. You start to feel a prickle of despair. Then you see his hand. It is clenched into a tight fist, so tight the knuckles are white, as if he were holding on to one last secret. You carefully pry his fingers open. It feels like a violation, a final, awful intrusion, but you have no choice. Nestled in his palm is a tiny data shard. It is matte black, devoid of any markings. This is not standard enforcer tech. It is not something you can buy on any market. It feels ancient, forbidden. You find a single working terminal in the wreckage. Its screen is cracked, but it flickers to life. You slide the shard into the port. There are no files, no messages, just a single, complex image. It is a star chart, a map to a sector of space marked as a dead zone, a region of stellar radiation and failed stars. No one goes there. It is a graveyard of ships and hope. A single word floats below the impossible coordinates. It is not a destination. It is a title, a name, a promise. Cradle. You stare at the word. It feels like a key turning in a lock, deep inside your mind. The whine in your ears is finally replaced by a single, pulsing thought. Go. You have to get out. The map is your only lead, your only hope. You try to access your personal accounts. Access denied. Red letters flash on the cracked screen. You try to use a public transit voucher. A loud alarm shrieks. Your face appears on a nearby display. The word wanted blazes in crimson beneath your picture. The charges scroll by. Terrorism, corporate sabotage, sedition. They are not just hunting you. They are painting you as a monster, erasing the person you were, replacing it with a public enemy. Your name is now a curse on every screen, a red mark on the entire system. You hear sirens. The sound grows louder, sharper. It is not a distant problem anymore. They are close. You see their vehicles, sleek and black, turning onto your street. Enforcers. Their polished armor gleams even in the smoky air. They are methodical, inescapable. You pull the hood of your jacket over your head. You melt into a darkened alleyway. The stench of refuse and desperation fills your lungs. Every comm screen you pass shows your face, a city of millions, and you are the only one they are looking for. It is a very lonely feeling, almost as bad as being famous for all the wrong reasons. The sound of their boots on the pavement is a drumbeat of doom. Heavy, rhythmic, getting closer. You are a ghost now, a fugitive with a single, impossible map. You press yourself against the cold brick wall. You hold your breath, and you run. You need a ship. You need a pilot. You need someone who does not look at wanted posters. There is only one place in this whole star system to find that. A place called the Sump. It is the station's rusted, forgotten underbelly, a maze of dripping pipes and whispered deals. A place where laws are suggestions, and survival is a currency. You move through the shadows of the Sump. The air is thick with the smell of ozone and unidentifiable chemicals. You are looking for a legend, a pilot known only as Zara. They say she can fly a cargo hauler through a gravity well. They say her ship, the Stray Dog, runs on spite and stolen parts. She is your only chance. You find her in a bar that looks like it lost a fight with gravity. She's leaning back in her chair, playing a game of cards with a trio of burly cargo hands. She is winning. She looks utterly bored by it. Her eyes, sharp and intelligent, scan the room. They pause on you for a moment. A flicker of interest, or maybe just assessment. You walk to her table. The cargo hands eye you with suspicion. You ignore them. You look at her. "I need a ride," you say. Your voice is a hoarse whisper, a quiet one, off the books. She throws her cards on the table, a winning hand. She rakes in a pile of credits without looking. She finally gives you her full attention. A slow, dangerous smile spreads across her face. "Quiet costs extra, Ghost," she says. Her voice is like gravel and smoke. "And off the books? That costs a fortune." She names her price. It is everything Kyle left you, every last credit. And then she adds one more thing. "And a favor," she says, her eyes glinting. "To be named later. No questions asked." You look at the credits you have. You think about the enforcers hunting you. You have no choice. "Done," you say. She nods. "Good. The Stray Dog lifts in 20 minutes. Try not to get arrested on your way." The Stray Dog is not a pretty ship. It looks like a collection of spare parts that decided to fly in formation. Panels are mismatched. The paint is peeling. But inside, the cockpit is clean and ruthlessly efficient. Zara straps herself into the pilot's seat. She moves with a fluid economy of motion. She belongs here. You give her the data shard. She slots it into her navigation console. The impossible coordinates fill her screen. She raises a single, skeptical eyebrow. "The void's end?" she asks. "There's nothing out there but radiation and ghost stories." She shrugs. You paid for the ride, not the destination. The engines hum to life, a deep, powerful thrum that you feel in your bones. The ship lifts from its hidden hangar. It slips through the Sump's tangled superstructure. It merges with the flow of outbound traffic. No alarms, no hails from patrol ships. You are just another piece of junk leaving the station. You are invisible. The journey is long and silent. You watch the star fields shift and warp. The familiar constellations of home disappear, replaced by the cold, unfamiliar light of deep space. Zara says nothing. She just flies, her focus absolute. After days that feel like weeks, you arrive. It is a moon, a sphere of pockmarked gray rock. It orbits nothing, a rogue world cast out from some long-dead solar system. It is utterly lifeless. The ship's sensors scream about radiation, about gravitational anomalies, about 1,000 reasons to turn back. Zara ignores them all. The coordinates from Kale's shard lead you down, into a massive fissure that splits the moon's surface, a canyon so deep it seems to have no bottom. Zara navigates the narrow passage with breathtaking skill. And then you see it, tucked away in the darkness. A structure. It is not natural. It is a building of black, alien metal, ancient and vast. She lands the stray dog on a platform inside a cavernous hangar. The air is cold, sterile, and silent as a tomb. Row after perfect row of sleek, black pods stretch out before you. They are shaped like sarcophagi, each one sealed, each one identical. They hum with a low, barely audible energy. You step out of the ship, your breath catches in your throat. You know what this place is. You know what these pods contain. This is not a tomb. It is a factory, a nursery for nightmares. This is the cradle. And you have just walked through the front door, the home of the thing that killed your friend. Just as the horrifying realization sinks in, a klaxon blares through the stray dog's cockpit, a piercing, frantic alarm. Zara lets out a string of curses. Her hands fly across the controls. "Company!" she yells, her voice tight with adrenaline. "One ship, coming in hot. Really hot." You scramble back into the cockpit. A tactical display shows a single red icon. It is moving with impossible speed. You look out the main view screen. A ship shaped like a stiletto needle streaks into the canyon. It is black, unmarked. Its design philosophy is clearly pointy and angry. It looks just like a weaponized version of the pods in the hangar. Its weapon ports glow a malevolent red. This is no Enforcer patrol. This is one of them. The next model. The upgrade. They knew. You breathe. They knew we would come here. This whole place was a trap, a lure to draw you out. "Hang on!" Zara shouts. She yanks the controls. The stray dog lurches into a gut-wrenching dive. It scrapes along the floor of the hangar, a shower of sparks trailing behind you. A volley of plasma fire erupts from the enemy ship. It impacts where you were a second ago. It turns the ancient metal of the landing pad into molten slag. The ship shudders as another blast grazes the shields. Red lights flash across the console. Warning messages scream about shield integrity and hull breaches. "This thing is faster than the one from my apartment," you say through gritted teeth. "It is way more aggressive." This is not their standard security guard. Zara grits out. She's fighting the controls. The ship groans in protest. They sent their best killer, the Hunter model. Its pilot is probably linked directly to its systems. A perfect machine mind. The red icon on her screen stays locked onto you. No matter how she twists or turns, it is always right behind you. It is anticipating everything. "I can't shake it," Zara yells. The strain is evident in her voice. The stray dog is a good ship, but it is a freighter. It is being hunted by a predator built for one purpose. It is predicting every single one of my moves, every evasion pattern, every feint. The assassin's mind is a quantum computer. It runs 1,000,000 simulations a second. It knows every logical maneuver a pilot could make. It is perfect, unbeatable by conventional tactics. Its perfection is its greatest weapon. And that gives you a wild, desperate idea. An idea born of human imperfection. Do something stupid, you say. Your voice is calm. Strangely calm. What? Zara snaps back. She is wrestling the ship through a narrow rock archway. The wings almost clip the sides. I'm a little busy trying not to get us vaporized. It's a machine, you insist. It thinks in logic. It anticipates logical moves. So be illogical. Do the one thing a perfect rational mind would never expect. Do the dumbest thing you can think of. She glances at you. For a fraction of a second, you see a flicker of understanding in her eyes, followed by a slow, truly terrifying grin. Dumbest thing I can think of, she mutters to herself. Okay, I can do that. She yanks back on the throttle. The main thrusters die with a cough. She cuts all power to the inertial dampeners. Then she pulls the ship's nose up, directly toward the jagged, unforgiving ceiling of the canyon. A sheer wall of rock. A suicidal move. The stray dog screams in protest as it scrapes against the stone. A terrible grinding sound fills the cockpit. Sparks and shards of rock fly past the view screen. The pursuing ship's perfect logic stalls. Its programming cannot comprehend this action. Why would a target choose certain destruction? The hunter ship tries to adjust its course, but it is too fast. Its perfect calculations are now worthless. Its wingtip catches on a massive rock outcropping. A silent, sickening crunch. The needle-thin craft tumbles out of control. It spins like a discarded toy and slams into the far side of the canyon. A brilliant flash of light illuminates the darkness. It is followed by a silent, expanding fireball. Debris rains down around you. You stare at the blooming explosion. You watch the last embers of the perfect predator fade into nothing. You survived. Zara laughs, a raw, breathless sound of pure relief. Well, she says, her knuckles white on the controls. That was stupid enough. You are floating in the silent aftermath. The stray dog is battered, alarms are still blaring, but you are alive. For a moment, that is enough. But the relief is quickly replaced by a cold, hard anger. You are tired of surviving. You are tired of running. You are tired of being the prey. An image of Kale's calm face flashes in your mind. You see the rows of cold, black pods in the hangar. You think of the endless, galaxy-spanning conspiracy that wants you dead. They will not stop. They will build another assassin, and another. They will hunt you until the stars grow cold, unless you hunt them first. Your fear is gone, replaced by a chilling resolve. Zara, you say. Your voice is different now. It is not the voice of a victim. It is the voice of a weapon. Turn this ship around. Take me to the Citadel. She looks over at you. The laughter is gone from her eyes. She sees the change in you. The Citadel? She says slowly. That is the central headquarters for the board, the home of the enforcers, the most secure place in the known galaxy. Going there is not just a death sentence. It is a creatively stupid way to die. You meet her gaze. Your expression is unyielding. No, you reply. Your voice is steady. It is a declaration of war. The Citadel is a monument to power. A single monolithic tower that pierces the upper atmosphere. It is a mountain of shimmering glass and black steel. It broadcasts its authority to the entire planet. Getting inside as a wanted fugitive is impossible. So you will stop being a fugitive. Zara, for a price that makes your teeth ache, calls in favors you do not want to know about. She connects with data brokers and identity forgers in the deepest shadows of the underworld. After 2 days of tense waiting in a low orbit, you have a new name, a new face, a new life. You are now a junior maintenance technician. Division 7, Access Level 2. You walk through the main gates of the Citadel. Your heart hammers against your ribs, but your face is a mask of bored indifference. You are just another cog in the great machine. You pass through security scanners that could map your DNA from a mile away. Your forged credentials hold. The light flashes green. You are in. The inside of the Citadel is vast and sterile. White corridors stretch into infinity. Enforcers in their polished black armor patrol the halls. Their faces are hidden behind impassive helmets. Everyone you pass feels like a judge. Every security camera on the ceiling feels like an eye staring directly into your soul. This is easily the second most stressful day of your life. And it's only lunchtime. Your target is the central server nexus. It is located in the deepest sub-levels of the tower. It is the brain of the entire operation. All orders originate there. The commands that sent the assassins. The commands that ruined your life. That is where the masters hide. This entire plan is a desperate, insane gamble. One wrong word, one suspicious glance, and you will disappear forever. You navigate the maze of corridors, following the directions on your borrowed data slate, deeper and deeper into the heart of the beast. You finally arrive at a massive blast door. It is marked Nexus. Your Access Level 2 credentials should not work here. But Zara's forger was a true artist. With a quiet chime, the door slides open. You step into a vast, circular chamber. The air is chilled to near freezing temperatures. The only sound is the quiet hum of cooling systems. In the center of the room, a single glowing console sits on a raised platform. The brainstem of the entire corporate directorate. The heart of the conspiracy. You walk towards it. Your footsteps echo in the silence. You place your hand on the console. It feels cold, alive. You slice through the outer layers of security. You are looking for one thing. The origin point of the executive order that targeted you for termination. You find the file. It is locked behind an encryption you have never seen before. It is organic, almost alive. A voice speaks. It does not come from an intercom. It seems to come from the air itself. It is calm, ancient, and filled with an unshakable authority. We have been waiting for you. 3 holographic figures shimmer into existence around the console. They are not hulking aliens. They are not terrifying monsters. They are 3 old, frail-looking humans, dressed in simple, unadorned gray robes. Their faces are etched with the wisdom of centuries. They look more like monks than corporate overlords. These are the architects of your doom, the hidden board of directors, the self-appointed guardians of humanity's destiny, the Elder Ones. You have caused us a considerable amount of trouble, the central figure says. His voice is a gentle baritone. It holds no malice, only a kind of weary disappointment, as if scolding a child who broke a priceless vase. Why? You demand. The single word is a dam breaking, all your rage and grief pouring out. Why did you send assassins? Why did you destroy my life? You expected denial, anger, a squad of enforcers to burst through the door. You did not expect what happened next. They showed you. The main screen of the Nexus flickered to life. It displayed not military secrets or financial data, but a spiraling strand of DNA. Your DNA. A specific section of the code was highlighted, a sequence that lay dormant within you, a sequence that exists in every human being. You are a key, the elder on the left explains. Her voice is soft, like falling snow. A latent activation sequence. The final component of a project begun long ago. A key to what? You ask, your voice barely a whisper. The central elder looks at you. His eyes seem to hold the weight of galaxies, to unlocking humanity's full and terrible potential. The screen changes. It shows simulations. Futures based on that single genetic key being turned. It shows humanity overcoming disease, curing old age, becoming stronger, faster, smarter. It shows humanity spreading to the stars, terraforming dead worlds, building an empire that would span the cosmos. It is beautiful. A perfect, glorious future. But then the simulation shifts. The key also unlocks something else, something buried deep in the human spirit. Primal aggression, an insatiable desire for expansion. The glorious empire becomes a conquering horde. The simulations show fire, war on a galactic scale, humanity becoming the very monster it had always feared. A terrible, beautiful gift. We are the guardians, the first elder explains. His voice is laced with an ancient sadness. Our predecessors created this gene lock centuries ago to save humanity from itself. We maintain the balance. For generations, the second elder continues, we have suppressed the sequence. We have guided humanity's development toward peace, toward stability. We have prevented countless wars. We have built a paradise built on a lie, a gilded cage. The assassins were a regrettable necessity. The third elder says, her tone is cold, pragmatic. We could not allow the key to be activated, by you or by anyone who might capture you. Your death was meant to preserve peace for trillions. They offer you a choice, a path to redemption. Join them. Become a guardian. Your name will be cleared. Your life will be returned to you. You can live in peace and comfort. All you have to do is help them. Help them keep the secret. Help them keep humanity safe in its cage. Forfeit your species' potential for the sake of order. The alternative is simple. Refuse, and they will kill you here and now. The fate of your entire species rests on this single choice. An eternity of gentle servitude, or a glorious, terrifying blaze of freedom. You look at the calm, serene faces of the elders. You look at their perfect plan, their clean, orderly utopia built on control. You see their logic. You understand their fear, but it is still fear. You are afraid, you say. The realization hitting you with the force of a physical blow. You are not protecting humanity. You are afraid of what it truly is. You make your choice. Humanity deserves to choose for itself, you say. It deserves the truth, whatever the cost. You reject their offer. You choose fire. Instantly, the chamber is bathed in crimson light. Alarms blare. The serene faces of the elders vanish. Contain the subject. A synthesized voice commands from the walls. Lethal force is authorized. You do not wait. You sprint from the nexus. Enforcers are already pouring into the corridors. You fight your way through them. You are no soldier, but you have the desperation of a cornered animal. Your only goal is the Citadel's primary broadcast spire. It is the tallest point on the planet, a needle of steel that can send a signal to the entire human sphere of influence. You have the data. You copied the genetic key from their server. You will give the choice not to the elders, but to everyone. You burst onto the spire's final ascent platform. A single figure stands in your way, blocking the path to the broadcast console. It is the assassin, the one that killed Kale, the one with the face of a chrome mirror. It stands perfectly still. Its presence is a void of cold, lethal purpose. Your illogical path ends here, it says. Its voice is a perfect, synthesized tone, unburdened by emotion. Your continued existence is a statistical anomaly. It is time to correct it. The fight is a blur, a maelstrom of violence. The assassin is a symphony of destruction. It is faster than you, stronger than you. Its every move is perfect, calculated. It anticipates your every strike. It counters your every defense. You are an amateur brawler fighting a grandmaster. It is a machine built for one thing: to end life. It does not feel pain. It does not know fatigue. It does not understand mercy. You land a lucky blow to its head. It barely registers the impact. It simply adjusts its combat parameters and continues its attack. You are losing. Horribly. Your body is a canvas of bruises and cuts. Your vision begins to tunnel. Your lungs burn. The assassin raises its hand for the final, killing blow. Its internal computers have calculated the precise trajectory, the exact force needed. Victory is a statistical certainty. In that moment of its absolute, logical certainty, you do something its programming cannot handle. Something so profoundly human, it might as well be magic. You stop fighting. You lower your hands. You look at its mirrored face, and you forgive it. It was not your fault, you say. Your voice is ragged but clear. You were just a weapon. You were just following orders. The assassin freezes. Its hand, poised to strike, remains motionless in the air. Its chrome face reflects your own battered, bloody expression. Its processors race, trying to find a response to this new data. Forgiveness. Empathy. These are not combat variables. They are paradoxes. Illogical, human nonsense. Its perfect mind, trapped in an unwinnable logic loop, stalls. It has no file for grace. The perfect warrior stands frozen, a monument to its own flawed perfection. You do not waste the opportunity. You stumble past it. You climb the final steps to the broadcast console. Your hands shake as you key in the commands. You connect your personal data slate, and you hit send. The data streams out, a torrent of information flooding the network. The genetic key, the Elder's secret history, the truth of humanity's caged potential. It goes out to every colony, every deep space freighter, every orbital station, every single human on every single world. A signal of terrifying power, a gift of untamed fire. You turn and look out the great window of the spire. You see the sprawling city below, the curve of the planet, the endless, star-dusted blackness of space beyond. You have ignited a fire that may consume the galaxy. You do not know if you have saved your species, or if you have just signed its death warrant. But you know one thing for certain. You have made it free. You have given your people a terrible, glorious, and uncertain future. The choice is now theirs. The age of guardians is over. The age of fire has just begun.